look at all of this.
And Alex, happy to report that this is how things look right now. Traffic is moving, though we are still seeing congestion in that strip of I-95 that was closed due to that 18-car pileup. It was really a crazy scene earlier this morning, but thankfully, again, it is reopened. Let me show you where it is. Again, we're still seeing congestion there, so I'll tell you how to get around it. I-95 southbound at Ives Dairy Road, where we're seeing speeds at about 10 miles an hour right now, so you could consider taking the Turnpike or 441 for faster southbound alternates. Let me tell you about another accident we're watching this morning. I-95 southbound right before the Dolphin. We have 3 center lanes blocked there, so you could also use those same alternates. You could take the Turnpike or 441 for a smoother commute. Quick look at some drive times. 595 eastbound I-75 to US 1 will take you 13 minutes. For our Broward County commuters, the University Drive to US 1 will take you 7 minutes. Buckle up.
All right, a live look right now from our Fort Lauderdale tower camera, 7:31 on this Friday. We've got to get a check on the forecast because word on the street is this holiday weekend won't be so holiday-y.
Right. Word on the street, Julie, is we're going to be getting a little rain. Like, hey,
by the
a mixed
street,
bag.
we mean the studio.
Yes. But at the same time, it is beneficial rainfall. I know, listen, I have plans too with my family, my friends. I don't want it to rain on our parades, but we do definitely need it. And we will see some dry times here or there, but do plan on some soggy conditions for the holiday weekend. Let's enjoy it now because now it's beautiful out there, getting those kids to school. Temperatures are in the lower 80s. That first light over the horizon, very golden, and everybody's taking advantage of this dry conditions right now. The Broadway is pretty packed. We have some showers hanging by the Keys right now, and we are expecting those showers to diminish before we see those afternoon storms picking up as the sea breeze develops. You know, we have the peak heating of the day, and that helps fuel for the storms because basically the air condenses, it lifts, and then we see the collision of the East Coast, West Coast sea breeze. And we've been favored for our coastline for the last couple of days, and we need it. We'll do it again today, and then tomorrow we'll have a better chance of storms in the forecast. So this morning, I think it'll be mostly rain-free unless you're in the Keys or unless you're in southern Miami-Dade. And then this afternoon, you're going to need the rain gear because those storms will be around. Moderate to heavy rain falling right now. No Name Key, Marathon Key, Layton Key, all the way towards the upper Keys. Let's go to the tropics. So we are expecting something to develop in the next 7 days off the coast of Africa. Our short term, everything is very quiet for the long holiday weekend, but models are hinting possibly going into next week there will be some circulation starting to develop just over the eastern Atlantic off the coast of Africa. More on all this coming up.
Making headlines.
And here's Julie with more on that.
Yeah, that's right, John. Thank you so much for that. Live look outside. We're seeing a beautiful start. Some clouds are out there as we are approaching the long holiday weekend. I mean, this picture looks almost fake, right? But there's our cars moving out there, so this is real time right now. The water looks like glass as we are seeing some sunshine breaking through some clouds over the Atlantic. We are in desperate need for the rain, so as you're listening to my forecast, understand it will be beneficial rainfall. Anything we see, even though I know it's not going to benefit our plans. I get it. Remember, I have plans too, just like you. I have a kid, just like a lot of you. I have plans to be with family and friends. So unfortunately, the message isn't good, but at the same time, once we take it into perspective, it will be beneficial. We have over 16.5 inches in a deficit for Fort Lauderdale, Miami, over 7.5 in the rain gauge. So that has put us still under that extreme conditions for Broward County, metro coastal areas to parts of Miami-Dade turning into severe and moderate as the drought monitor came out yesterday. So as for rain chances, yeah, we're going with 60% today, 70% going into the weekend. And right now you can see some of those storms offshore. Right now temperatures are in the lower 80s, winds moving in from the east southeast, gusting right now where we are seeing the storms in the Keys at 20 miles per hour. Dew points mid to upper 70s, feels like temperatures in the 90s and mid to upper 80s. Okay, so the storms are starting to push on shore, mainly over the Keys, but I do want you to know right here by 5th Street, we've got a lot of activity just offshore right over Key Biscayne. So you could see some of these showers start to clip your area, especially just hugging the coastline by Key Biscayne and the upper Keys. Isla Morada getting soaked, Layton Key getting soaked, Marathon getting soaked as well. Now the main event for us is going to be the sea breeze pattern today, and then going into the weekend it's going to be all because of the stalled out front. We'll see impulses of showers and storms running a lot right along the frontal boundary, and that moisture content will continue to increase. You can see it on our water vapor map. Drier air well to the north, moisture content well to the south. That's where we're located. So hot, humid to start, afternoon storms possible. We are expecting that lightning to be a high chance, as well as some damaging winds and some flooding. We'll see rounds of rain as we stay on the stormy side of this frontal boundary as it stalls out to the north. We're expecting the possibility of an additional 4 inches. Remember, yesterday we saw about 1 inch to 2 inches, and then the previous 2 days we've seen 2 inches already in some areas. So that's a lot of rain, and that's why we're under that level 1 flood threat for today, tomorrow, and going into Sunday. That's your forecast, South Florida. Grab that rain gear.
It's just a shocking scene to see this morning, as our reporters, I'm sure, will tell you. But some good news is this is what it looks like right now. Our camera's actually frozen, but traffic is moving right along in that spot where we saw a major closure this morning due to that 18-car pileup. Let me show you on a map where that closure was. We are still seeing congestion in that area, but nowhere near what we were seeing earlier. That crash was at I-95 southbound. It was at Ives Dairy Road, and the closure stretched all the way to Miami Gardens Drive, and we saw backups north of Hallandale Beach Boulevard. So this went from Dade County into Broward County. So quite the stretch of a major highway shutdown. It was a big deal. Speeds right now in that same stretch right now, you can expect to be going about 23 miles an hour. Not slow enough to really need an alternate, but if you want, you could take the turnpike to head southbound. Quick look north of this. We are looking at Broward County congestion right now. Deerfield Beach, I-95 northbound, you can expect speeds at about 9 miles an hour. Let's take a look at some drive times on 595 for our eastbound commuters. I-75 to US 1 will take you 18 minutes. University Drive to US 1 will take you 9. Eric?
All right, 8:15, heading into a holiday weekend.
Oh yeah, much deserved for everyone, all the kids out there. They just got back to school. They need a little break, Julie.
You don't have to tell me. Me doing some homework, huh, Eric? We need a little break.
You need a break from that too.
I need a break from the morning grind to being the mom and the teacher and the homework all at home. I wear multiple hats, so yes, I'm excited to not have to also deal with the car lines. So we got to wait for that for Monday, though. Today I'm still well into the grind with all of you out there as well. But at least we're starting off with mostly dry conditions in Broward and Miami-Dade. So you got the kids to school dry. You can get your outdoor activities done dry until this afternoon. And as you know, picking up the kids, I'm with you. We get downpoured on, especially starting in Broward County, western Broward County, western Miami-Dade, and then those storms will push towards the coastal areas. Starting off this morning with temperatures in the low 80s, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Key West. And then we'll start to see rounds of rain expected for the long holiday weekend. I do want you to know, putting this into perspective, we are in a deficit in the rain gauge of over 16 inches in Fort Lauderdale, over 7 inches in Miami. So we do need the rainfall. We're under extreme drought conditions. Guys, this is incredible. We're in the rainy season. Not just the rainy season, we've been in the rainy season since June. It's now about to be September. These are not the things we like to look at. But what's impressive is you can see where much of the state has been getting the storms and where they're not even in a drought. Naples, Fort Myers. So the steering component of the storms for the past several months have steered everything to the west coast. Well, this weekend, it's our turn. We're going to get it here on the East Coast. The West Coast will stay mostly dry this weekend. As for rainfall chances, 60% today, 70% tomorrow, and going into Sunday as well. Our winds are going to be the reason that we're going to be seeing those storms. Winds right now variable, 6 to 7 miles per hour. Dew points mid to upper 70s. Feels like temperatures in the 90s. And we are noticing our fair share of some showers starting over parts of the Keys first. But Broward and Miami-Dade, you're mostly dry except right here by Key Biscayne, rolling right in towards Cutler Bay, in towards Black Point and Marina, and in towards the Upper Keys, Marathon Key, No Name Key, all the way down to Key West. Now, stemming for our storm coverage, and the reason it's going to be directed in our area is this front. This is the same front bringing some amazing weather for much of the nation to the north of it and to the west of it, but not here to the south of it. We've got plenty of moisture in place that's going to provide for us to stay very soggy, and we will see those afternoon storms starting to the afternoon today. We'll see another round of it tomorrow, and then a better chance of showers really Sunday. We will see lightning as a very high risk today, just like the past previous days. Embedded in these storms, we can't rule out that chance of some damaging winds, flooding, really another big issue, especially because the rounds of rain will be running right along this frontal boundary that we're going to be stalled out from. And the other issue I do want you to know is they've already upped the rainfall totals. Yesterday, we were thinking 2 to 3 inches. Now we're thinking 4 inches just for parts of Broward and Miami-Dade until Sunday. That does not include Monday. So we're under that level 1 flood threat. Saturday is Sunday. Going into Monday, scattered storms will be around. If you want to head to the beach, today would be the day to do so. Low risk of occurrence for you beachgoers. Boaters, the bays will be smooth. For you in the Keys, we have nearshore waters at a light shop. 7-day forecast. Grab that rain gear, my friends. You're going to need it. Have a great weekend.
All right, let's take a look at your roads. TGIF, guys, for you early morning commuters, you had a huge headache on I-95 with that massive pileup that caused that major closure. Well, it is back open, but we are still seeing congestion in that swath of I-95 southbound. The crash earlier this morning was at I-95 southbound at Ives Dairy Road. It stretched from up here all the way down to Miami Gardens Drive. Again, that is back open. Speeds right now in that area clocking in at 21 miles an hour. If you want to take an alternate, you could take the Turnpike or 441. Let's head up to Broward County and check in with speeds there. Deerfield Beach, this is a typically busy stretch of 95 in the morning, particularly around this time. Heading north, bound from Deerfield Beach, possibly into Boca Palm Beach. 14 miles an hour is what you can expect if you're commuting through there. 595 commuters, I-75 to US 1. Expect that to take you about 19 minutes. University Drive to US 1 will take you 11. Buckle up.
A hearing is